Hello YouTube, happy Halloween, and this is my review of Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 3, and this was a good episode. I was very glad that it just focused on Andrea and our new characters. Um, Basically, I'm happy about it because they're learning how to spread out a season, and this is one of the ways you do it. And this is another improvement from last season. Last season, we would have spent time on everyone, which meant we would have gotten probably really boring stuff at the prison. If this was season 2, just all character stuff that would have been like just filler and everything like that. But instead, this felt like a big introduction episode. So it was good. It was solid. The town of Woodbury, where most of the episode takes place, I think it was Woodbury, had a very Twilight Zone kind of feel, which I love. In fact, even sounds like Willoughby, which is a Twilight Zone episode. So I love that right away. I like the setting. And it was good to see that Andrea, the governor, Merle, and is it Michonne? Machine? I don't know. Michonne, I guess. Somebody write it phonetically in the comments so I can pronounce it better, please. It's good to see that they can carry an episode, which gives even more confidence when all the characters do join together. That we should get a pretty decent. Should just get pretty decent drama by then. So yeah, I'm not really going to go into what happened this episode. I mean, it was just essentially, is this governor and is this situation going to be a good situation or a bad one? I mean, anyone that read or didn't read the comic books figured out early on this is going to be a bad situation, and that was just kind of determined by the end of the episode, which was fine. It was just basically used just for character stuff, which I liked anyway. The only character that didn't really do it for me was honestly, again, is it Michonne or whatever, just because she didn't really do anything other than like kind of look angry. And look, it's the first episode really of her. Like, all these other characters are either getting their really new introduction stuff, like the governor, or all the other characters. It's been like 8 months, so we got to see them like kind of grow and change between season 2 and 3. Her, it's just we're still with a blank slate with her. And even Andrea was just kind of had a dumb line this episode where it was just like, "Oh, I've known you for 8 months and I still don't know anything about you." It's like, all right, fine. But she has like, we'll wait to see if she has, some more to her. I assume she does. And, her killing of her 2 little, zombie, caddies were, they were supposed to mean something to her maybe, and I guess the sword means something to her. And I assume we're going to get maybe a backstory of her. In fact, I wouldn't mind an episode just devoted to her completely, to her backstory or something. I hope they do something like that. That would be, I think, pretty good. But for now, eh. Also, for Andrea, it's kind of like Andrea's going to spend... She was far less annoying, which was good, another improvement. But it's kind of going to be like she's going to spend a couple episodes thinking the governor is all right, and then eventually finding out that he's not. I hope they don't spend too much time on that. But, at least she wasn't annoying. That is a plus. And the governor just kind of reminded me of... I know he's completely different from the comic book, at least how he looks and everything. But he kind of just reminded me of, like, Liam Neeson. And, or poor man's Liam Neeson. And I kind of wished that Liam Neeson was playing the role. But he was fine. He seems like an interesting villain, and obviously very weird with what he had to do at the end there. So we'll get into his motivations and everything like that. And I think hopefully the guy will be able to sell it. It was also interesting that his like lackey, his little Igor guy, was in the gray with Liam Neeson. So yeah, that just made me think of Liam Neeson again. I've said Liam Neeson way too many times in this review. Kind of look like Zeus a little bit. No, I don't. But yeah, basically, so he should be an interesting villain. And who else? What was it? Oh, my favorite thing about the episode was Merle, actually. Because Merle, in his brief appearance in the first season, just came off as like a racist hick. Well, he was supposed to be like just like a racist hick. and they kind of subdued him, and he's a little bit afraid of the governor. He, had some quiet one-on-one scenes that were just well written, well acted. Michael Rooker's, pretty good. And I'm looking forward to his reunion with Daryl and what's going to happen with him and T-Dog. And, yeah, I'm just looking forward to more of him, which I wasn't, I was glad to see him back, to see what they would do. But right off the bat here, I'm actually pretty excited about him. And, again, when everything does come together, we should have some pretty high drama. So I hope that happens. I guess that's really it. I mean, there really wasn't much to this episode except introductions and just character stuff. So next week we're going to get the mix of the two. Not that they're going to meet, but we'll just get, each setting will get their own storylines. And, yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with the prison and with these guys. So, again, solid, looking good. Season 3 is still looking good. And, yeah. All right, guys, happy Halloween. I'll see you next week. Later.